Good Thursday morning. It's about 10:45 and it's not too hot yet. It's going to get up to about, it's supposed to get in the 90s today, but we're still in the 80s, so we'll get some flights in this morning. First up is the big pits, FMS V2 pits. Winds are coming from over in this way. They're supposed to be blowing 5 to 10. They're not blowing very hard right now, so let's go flying. I almost wasn't going to come fly today. Yesterday was such a perfect day. But I went to Fort Rucker. They've got their aviation industry days. So I went over there to check some stuff out. A lot of simulators and helicopter mock-ups and some live helicopters, Airbus helicopters.
Time remaining 6.
And they had a Black Hawk and an Apache and a CH-47. They had some UAVs there too. They had some of those armed ones that they drop out of planes and then they take off. Mock-ups. And they had one UAV that was a turbine. And it was old. In fact, I think the X-Fly T7 is larger than it. And it had almost the same paint scheme. It just had smaller wings. And it was supposed to, be able to fly autonomously. They had a video of it flying, but it was flying in such a tight area that it almost looked like,
Remaining 5 minutes.
it almost looked like normal RC, like somebody was flying at patterns to be in that close. But I don't know, I don't think they would lie. But it was a 3D printed plane, kind of a dense material. And the turbine was about, the person that knew the specs of the plane, the details and stuff, wasn't there yet yesterday morning. But it looked almost like a 64 or 70 millimeter turbine. And it wasn't that heavy, really. It felt nice and balanced. And it could carry different payloads, and they could scale it up if they needed to.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Had like a nice, nice camera and stuff. They had a video running there of supposed to be like onboard video and stuff. Of course, it could carry all the typical military lenses. But it's supposed to be relatively inexpensive and can be one use. Thought it was kind of neat. There's my 10-mile-an-hour wind. And it's kind of blowing down the runway, so it shouldn't be a problem unless I try to stall land it. Get a little knife edge action.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Flying batteries, my Success batteries that I don't, this is my Lipinair Success. And I don't fly it because it's just a little bit heavier than my Rowing Top 4S's. Or 4000 6Ls 4S. The gnats are bad, but the wind is helping. It's funny, they go to the non-wind side of your face. And I was trying to pick a plane. The grass is kind of long today, so that kind of ruled out jets. It was between this and the T-28. And I kind of thought with the late start, since there's no assembly required on this,
Time remaining 2 minutes.
that this would be less of a hassle to fly. Now with the wind coming out of the southeast, I got to watch this up here because there's a little bit stronger wind coming from the gaps across the runway. Get her to center.
Timer stop.
Start.
Timer start.
Keep her in the center.
Stop. Timer start. Timer stop. Timer start. Timer stop.
There we go. Keep her in the center.
Stop. Timer start. Timer stop. Timer start. Timer stop.
There we go. Like I said, man, I got a little, it's blowing probably up to 10. A little bit of a puff of wind coming across there, so I think it was a soft landing. That wind coming up just kind of messed things up a little bit for perfection, but not bad. It's taxiing down in the smooth. Keep it in the smooth. And we'll bring it over here.
Timer stop. Motor off.
Yeah, these big choppers, you want to motor off. You don't have a motor off, man, you're gonna be asking for trouble, man. You're gonna be begging for it. You're gonna say, let me have some trouble, please. There you have her, man, the big pits, first flight. Not nothing fancy. I don't really feel like doing some fancy flying. In fact, I haven't really, I don't know, man. It's just like, well, I flew one of the days this weekend, or both. I flew Friday, so yeah, I guess it had been 3 days since I'd flown, so I guess I've been taking it easy. There you have her, man, the big pits. Nice landing, nice flight. Now the winds are from over here, but that's just the way they are today. Tuco, they're shooting, so he's been drinking. He ran around, he did his full. He pretty much stays around what we mow and explores a little bit. They're firing over that way. The skeet range is that way, so you hear it. And of course he's concerned about it. But hope to have a good day flying here. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Become part of Team Let's Go Flying with Tuco and Jeff. Jeff in the sun, Liberty landing. Woo! Tuco in the shade. Thank you, thank you.